Hello and welcome back to
the Zak
and Buzz Review! Okay, so we watched the second anniversary special of Doctor Who. That was The Wild Blue Yonder. What did you think?
Well, I want to start off by saying we didn't really comment in the last one about the actual intro.
Oh yes, yes, of course.
I like the music. The music is really exciting. There's a bit of piano in there that I've never noticed before.
I wasn't like, when they revealed that music, I wasn't so into it, but with the actual title music effects and everything, that really did kind of lend itself to be quite epic.
It's not my favourite effect.
No.
The bit where the TARDIS spins off and goes down a time corridor, it kind of looks to me at that point it's going down a colonoscopy. Sorry.
It's very purple. It's very, very purple.
Yeah, let's go.
But I really do like the updated classic logo.
And the other thing we didn't mention last week, these
Sonic Screwdriver.
Sonic Screwdrivers. Yes, we didn't talk about that.
Unfortunately, we haven't got the new one yet.
No, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
You know, they talked about, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but they talk about kind of it being meant to be a soft reset for Doctor Who. So we're seeing it's like a whole new style of the way the Sonic Screwdriver works. And so we saw that last week.
Yeah.
Very heavily done, making force fields and things.
But in this one, they kind of...
Yeah,
it's used it briefly
to repair, like a screwdriver. You use a screwdriver to repair things. And the funny thing was, they used a normal screwdriver and then the Sonic Screwdriver. You know.
But then, unfortunately, the TARDIS disappeared.
And then we get into the actual episode itself.
I actually thought this was way better than the previous episode.
Yes, mainly because it was an adventure.
It was.
That's all we watched it for, was the adventure.
And it was simple. It was simple.
I still kind of think that there's a bit of a timeline bump in it, because obviously they were going about Mavity instead of gravity.
Well, that's an interesting thing to bring up, actually.
So obviously their interaction with Sir Isaac Newton meant that timeline has changed, because Donna didn't understand what gravity was until he said, gravity? Oh, I mean Mavity. So something's happened.
You say that because Tom Baker originally said that he dropped the apple on Isaac Newton's head.
Well, there you go.
In The Pirate Planet.
So that's a nice flash kind of,
yeah.
Nice
I get that.
homage there.
Whether they actually took that into account is anyone's guess.
Anyone's guess. But I think there's something happened in that respect, because obviously she didn't understand what gravity was when he said it.
Oh, was that not said like jokingly, or do you reckon it actually was taken? They said it several times.
She came out and she said, "There's oxygen in the spaceship they were in. There's oxygen," and she said, "and Mavity."
Yeah.
And then a bit later on, he said gravity, and she said, "What?" And he said, "Oh, I mean gravity, not gravity, Mavity." And then she understood what he was talking about. So I think their interaction with Sir Isaac Newton has changed the timeline somewhere along the way.
Right, that's actually really cool.
Which we're going to find out. But the actual episode on the ship, it kind of had feels of other things. Now, you mentioned something.
I mentioned silent running.
Because of the big, long ships.
And then you mentioned...
Yeah, I felt it kind of felt a little bit lost in space.
Yeah.
But also a kind of very toned down Doctor Who style of Event Horizon.
A very tame Event Horizon.
Very, very tame Event Horizon.
Going back to silent running, obviously you had the robots.
Yes.
And then you had this Jimbo robot that kind of looked like, I don't know, like an R2-D2 C-3PO mashup, almost, with three eyes.
Yeah, a kind of minimised Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy film robot.
Like a Marvin.
From the film, not from the TV series, but shrunk down. So, but there you go. But it was an adventure.
Yeah, that was the thing. And a lot of it was that this was probably the most secretive episode promotion-wise.
I had no idea what was going on.
And seeing things from like the vents on like special clips and everything, I thought it was going to be the Wirrin coming back.
Well, that was the thing, because I don't know if you can notice on the camera, I don't know if it shows up, but Zak might be looking like he's wearing eyeliner today. But that's because earlier today we were filming for Johnny Who Entertainments.
Yeah.
And we were there on set and...
filming a Doctor Who fan film.
Yeah, Doctor Who fan film with Sophie Aldred.
Yeah.
Bless her, lovely lady. And you were playing...
A Sontaran.
A Sontaran. So he had to have his eyes blacked up, and we've tried to get rid of the makeup, but it's kind of a bit there. And so while we were filming today, lots of people have been speculating, because we're all Whovians, so we were speculating what tonight was about. And yes, the Wirrin were coming up as a possible...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was looking out of the vents, and then it just took me all the way back to Ark in Space.
Back to Ark in Space. obviously no bubble wrap in this one.
Shucks.
But it was, people were really keen today to find out what, because it was
there was nothing. There was no like sign of anything other than that singular robot that we saw.
I think I saw on the internet, unless it was kind of a joke or something. Did you see there was a little picture of kind of like a little imp or something?
No, that's for the later one.
That's for the later one.
That's for the later one. That's for the Christmas special.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
See,
it's a goblin.
So
it's a goblin.
So we're getting loads of stuff, kind of creeping through, but nothing about tonight's episode.
Yeah. So, but that was the thing with the promotion. There wasn't actually that much to promote, to advertise, because simply we were shown all the necessary things that we did actually see. But there just wasn't any more to show.
I suppose.
So they weren't being secretive. They just weren't showing anything else because there wasn't anything else to show.
I mean, the only thing they could have shown would have been one of either Doctor or Donna to have a big hand or something, which would have been a bit of a giveaway.
That would have been a giveaway.
Because initially, let's face it, we were all watching it, and initially for that first kind of like 30 seconds when they were having a chat with each other, you didn't realise that actually they weren't talking to the Doctor and Donna.
And then it suddenly clicks that, hang on, they've been duplicated by this kind of Gestalt entity thing that's taken
from
form.
the void at the edge of the universe. So
that's really cool. I really like this story.
So I'll give it a really nice, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
That's actually, I would probably go, 8. That's a solid 8 for me. Yeah. I'm on the edge now because the first story was kind of a bit bumpy, a bit bumpy for me, and it had its problems. Yeah. Whereas this one, I was very satisfied.
It was what you wanted,
and I now do really want to see the next one, which is great.
Which is obviously the Toy Maker.
Oh. Bernard Cribbins. Amazing.
Bless Bernard Cribbins.
To top this episode off, we saw Bernard Cribbins.
What a fantastic actor, an absolute diamond of a guy.
He's still in it. He's still there for the action.
He's such a nice chap. So that was a great way to finish this particular episode. So well done.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further videos you'd like to see. Stay tuned for the next special review coming next week.